Hey everyone, Brick Waffle here, and we are back on BlockFarmers Season 2 Minecraft, and we are at a big square in the ocean. And you may already have an idea of what I'm doing. Our town is out that way somewhere. Let's see if I can get... Yeah, right out that direction somewhere. I've got a boat, got a bed, and I've got a chest, and I have a big hole in the ground. And this is, in fact, a slime chunk. Yeah, there we go. We can already see a couple of them. So out here in the deep ocean, there should be very few mobs spawning. I did a little bit of cave lighting, but not a whole lot yet. But mostly we just sail up there and drop a bunch of sand until we fill up the ocean level. And I did actually come down here and level that off first, and then fill it up with sand. So I cleared out gravel. It looks okay for now. Hey guy. It's weird that the bigger ones couldn't hurt me. But yeah, so this is our very, very ghetto slime farm right now. We just kind of sealed off a few things here and there, and we'll build some platforms and some automation later. But for now, what we can do is come over here from time to time and kind of wait. There's not a good ideal waiting spot yet. Probably what it will be is about halfway up here. And we'll do some nice things later on from that little kind of current dock. We'll put some platform in here, maybe some glass and a viewing area. We'll platform this all out. And then maybe we'll do some kind of automation where as they jump off the side, water collects them, pushes them into cactus or something like that. But for now, this is going to be our very practical slime farm. So we can wait, and maybe I'll go ahead and dig a little hole over here, but I'm going to wait and try and get up a bunch of slimes. It's going to take a while, but in the daytime, it should be only slimes spawning in here, and then nighttime, same deal, because the ocean all around, there's nothing spawning in the water, and the caves around here are fairly limited. So like I said, I'm going to try to do a little bit of digging. That's not a good spot. We'll find a spot that actually is good, and that's going to wash out a bunch of torches too, darn it. So I'll do that and see if I can collect up some slimes, and I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. Alright, so we've got a few more slimes spawned in down here. Hey guy, knock it off. Knock it off, all of you. I want the sweep attacks here. Yeah, so we're just going to collect up a few more slime balls, if we can get these little ones. Same problem I was having with the magma cubes. Kind of hard to hit these guys. Oop. We'll put that guy back here in just a second. Alright, there we go. So now we've got, what is that? A little over 1 stack of slime and a block of gravel. I love it. Still need to keep eating our food, but this isn't too bad at all. I think this will work. I've got a little hidey hole up here where I can kind of wait and give more of them a chance to spawn. This is not ideal. I mean, probably should be on the middle point so I can oversee both chunks. But for now, this is decent. We can come back here and make sure we're 24 blocks or so. Yeah, maybe 15 blocks up from the bottom here. And then that's going to make more of the middle of this available. So for now, that's what we wanted. We wanted to get some slime balls so we could go back home and make a few sticky pistons for the next project. Alright, so we're back, and I put some things away. I put all the slime balls we have in here for now, and I think what I want to do is make some slime... That's not the way to do it. Some slime blocks, and let's see how many of these I can actually do. I can do 7. So I think this is going to work, but I think we're going to have to do a smallish slime sugarcane farm. And, oops, not that. Nope, not that one either. This one. So we need also make up some pistons. And for that, I need to get some cobblestone. And I need to get some iron. And I need to get some wood. And let's grab, looks like we got plenty of oak. And a little bit of redstone as well. So come in here, and I think it's, oops, like that. And that, and that, and that. There we go. 9 regular pistons. And let's make those 7 sticky pistons and 2 regular pistons. Excellent. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find a little space for us to go. I need to make a few more other redstone components, like some torches, and I think I need a comparator, but I've got quartz now. So I think, yeah, like I'm going to go ahead and gather up a bunch of materials and get started at a little area for automatic sugarcane farm. But obviously, you may have noticed that I am wearing diamond armor now, so I have been doing a little bit of stuff in between episodes. We went diamond mining, and we dug out a big old pit for our slime farm. And yeah, just a few things like that. A lot of the digging and stuff that's kind of boring to watch, especially without the replay mod. I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll only bring you guys in for the exciting parts when we're building farms. So when we actually automate the slime farm, you will definitely see that. Like I said, for now, it's time to turn all of that big, just manual sugarcane harvesting into an automatic farm. And I think we're going to probably put it over by the tree farm. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'll look around for that, and I'll be right back when I have the area cleared out. Alright, so we've cleared out this little Mesa Bryce Spire thing that was there. We've got a bunch of clay and whatnot. We're going to use the clay, I think, as part of our building materials, just because it's so easily abundant. And we'll use the red sand to plant all the sugarcane on. So now what I need to do is make a couple of other things, like I said, a couple torches and whatnot, gather the rest of the materials. But before I do that, I think I want to start by figuring out where I want to go. And I think what I want to do is like maybe right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that. Oh, interesting. I guess there was some floating sand there. Well, that's unexpected, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think that's where we're going to plant our sugarcane, is on those 8. And then what we'll need to do is probably bring this back a little bit, actually. So let's do it back here. Yeah, like that. And that'll give us a place to put some water down in front of this. And then we'll be able to collect, I think we're only going to do 1 row, you know, and collect all of our chests at the end here. But that means we'll need some kind of blocks in front. Maybe we'll do some brown clay here, since we got plenty of that. And then we'll just need like a hopper here. Oh, interesting, there's water underneath that. And then a chest, probably right like that, to kind of collect everything up. So, yep, chest, hopper, bucket of water for that, and then we'll use some regular clay, I think, to kind of go and fill all this up. So maybe like that will be good. We'll do the, yeah, we'll be able to do the chest there, the hopper there. All the water can, oops, not that actually. Water needs to be able to flow down over the hopper. And then I will do a little bit of this building once I have the components made, and then I'll show you what it's going to be. But it's basically, if you've seen some of the other automatic sugarcane farms, it's going to be the same thing. So we're just going to use some slime blocks to break the sugarcane periodically on a timer rather than using a bud switch. I think that'll be a little bit more reliable on a server. The bud switches tend to get stuck, especially as people log in and out and chunks get loaded and unloaded. And I think this way is going to be a little bit smoother. So I'll bring you back when we've got the next piece built. Alright, so this is pretty basic. It's just got some slime blocks, and we've got some acacia leaves over here so they won't stick to the slime blocks. And what will happen is we'll power 1 sticky piston back here that'll push this whole row out and break all the sugarcane except for the bottom row. It'll hit the glass and fall into the water trap. That will come down into here and go into this chest. I've got the sugarcane here because we took it all out of that already. It's not like this is running yet. But I can show you what this will look like. So if I break that one and temporarily just go ahead and put a redstone torch there, you'll see that that will come out and break all those sugarcane without moving the torches. Those don't get affected by sticky pistons. And then we can take it back, and that will simulate what it's going to be like when we get, when those retract. So now all we have to do is create a little bit of a hopper timer. I think we'll just use the etho timer back here, set it for something like 10 minutes or so, and that'll give plenty of time for this to grow in between harvesting cycles. In order to do that, we're just going to need to bring some power up to this block, so we could do that a couple of ways. The easiest one is probably just going to be to have redstone dust right up here. And then if we power that block, let's see if I just pretend. Again, same thing. If I power this, that should work. And if I take it out, it should go away. Hey, speaking of go away, zombie, go away. Alright, so same deal over here. I think we can still do it this way. And, oh, that's right, because it's going to turn. We don't want to do that. So we're going to have to do a little bit of clipping and whatnot. We could also use some repeaters, but again, I got to go make a few redstone components because I don't have any repeaters and I don't have any comparators. I don't have any hoppers on me, but I'll go grab those little things, put a hopper timer in, and if you guys haven't seen the etho hopper timer before, I'll explain how it works. It's actually pretty straightforward and a very cool little contraption. So once more, I will be right back. Alright, we're back, and we're doing this test on a pretty fast version of the timer, so we should see this bounce in just a minute here. It'll bounce all those slime blocks forward, just like that, and retract. And the way we're doing that is with an etho timer. So if you guys haven't seen this design before, go ahead and look it up on YouTube. I'll try to put a link in the description, but it's just 2 hoppers pointing back and forth, so items go out of one and into the other. And as soon as they're done, it's going to go back in and back and forth, because what we're doing is we're taking a comparator, and we're saying if there's items in this one, power this and push it to the other side to lock that hopper. And so it'll all filter into one side, and then when it's empty, it'll switch back. And then we're taking that output and running it into a monostable circuit right over here, which is just basically powering a block with a slime piston or sticky piston underneath it. So it bounces up for just a second, and then we extend that pulse and strengthen it for 2 ticks, and that triggers just a brief pulse up here to knock those slimes around. So hopefully you guys followed all that. If you did not, like I said, go check out the etho timer. Etho does a great job of explaining it. And now all we have to do is set this with a lot longer delay so that we get more than 1 sugarcane every so many cycles. So I think what we're going to do is just set this in here with, we got sand, let's add some more of that. and maybe a stack. I think it's actually going to be 4 stacks to give us about a 5-minute timer. And that means it should cycle about every 10 minutes. So it has to do 1 complete cycle back and forth before that will pop again. So you can see that's going to take out, I don't know, like I think it's 0.7 seconds. Is that right? For every single item you put in there. So 128, 256, and about half of that is about 120. That's about 2 minutes. And then for 2 cycles, it's just under 5 minutes then. So that'll give it 5 minutes to grow, and then it'll pulse again. And the good news is, if it pulses for a tick and then retracts, it shouldn't really matter. I mean, it can grow in between. It can grow any time as long as the slime block isn't currently out. So I don't think we're going to be too inefficient that way. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this extra stuff in here so that if anybody was coming on other block farmers and expecting to harvest that, I think they'll see this pretty easily and they'll be able to harvest from it. So there we go. We've got an automatic sugarcane farm up now, and that's one less thing we have to worry about on our list. So the beginnings of a very basic slime farm and an automatic sugarcane farm all set to go. Alright, so you may have been wondering why I was carrying glistering melon earlier, and hopefully now that's pretty obvious. So what we're going to do is take these awkward potions that we set up at the end of the last episode and brew our first potion here. So I think this is going to work. Glistering melon should give us our healing potion, and then we can add some redstone or glowstone to it, or even some gunpowder. I think we're just going to add 1 redstone to it for now. So what do you got there, guy? Instant health, and let's add, oops, that's the wrong one. It is glowstone that I need to add. Need to add glowstone to it. There we go. So redstone makes it last longer, and glowstone makes it more effective, and obviously if it's instant, it can't really last longer. So they should be potions of instant health too as soon as this glowstone goes through. And then we will get another achievement. Yep, I hear that cat too. There we go. And local brewery. Fantastic. So we're going to throw these in here for now, and we will make more potions later on. We'll probably accumulate a bunch of those before we go and fight the Wither in 1.9, but with our awesome new bow, I'm not nearly as afraid of the Wither as I would have been otherwise. Alright, so we are just over from our house, and Sonata Block's temporary mesa house that he's eventually, I think, going to turn into a different kind of townhouse. I'm not really sure what his plan is, but he's right here for now, and we're right up on this hill, and I think we want to use this area back here for our town hall. And because I like the sandstone, I like the way it contrasts with the mesa, I think we're going to use something similar out here for like another kind of Spanish mission style. And I think what we want to do is clear out a little bit of this stuff. And I'm not too worried about the sand just yet. But we want to do some arches, and we want to do pretty much a lot of this smooth sandstone. So let's go ahead and put 4 of these out here. There we go. And we've got some of the stairs for arches as well. So I think probably we're going to pick a spot, maybe right here. We're going to go right up like this. And we'll do 3 that way. And then we'll do arch that way. And let's see, we're going to need to leave a gap there. Yeah, and then that'll be the next set of stairs. So 1, 2, 3. There like that. And what we'll do is we'll put the half slab up top just like we did before. And then over here we'll do the same, oops, nope. We'll do the same thing. So we can create a couple of different arches. So 1, 2, 3, gap. And then stair, no. Wow. Efficiency 5 can be kind of a pain when you're breaking blocks. There. And then this one, nope. Man, I'm going to get this one day. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and like that. And so if you've ever seen the front of kind of a Spanish mission church, you get the multiple archways like that. I think we're going to go with that approach here. And yeah, we'll clear out some of this. I don't think that's going to be a huge problem. For now, I'm not going to worry too much about it until we have the size of the building and know how much we have to clear. Let's get a little bit of that. And then I think the main building is actually going to be set back from this. So we might come back a couple of blocks, maybe 3 blocks, and we would have the kind of front of the building proper. So this will all be kind of a covered walkway out here. So that will come all the way across like that. And maybe there'll be some doors in here or whatever we need to do. But yeah, something along those lines. So we've got this nice front archway in front of the building, and then next to that we'll have to do something slightly different. Maybe we'll even go ahead and use the regular sandstone over here. I'm not entirely sure. How much of that do we have? We don't have much of it left now. So we got chiseled sandstone, we got some slabs. Let's do some more chiseled. And you know, our columns could be the chiseled and then our building could be something else. What if we just came back one block from that and did this one in a simpler architecture style? So that would just be the facade out here. So maybe like this and come across for a little while. How's that going to look? Is that yeah, I think that's going to look okay. So nice smooth right here, and then a rougher building on this side, and that's going to have to go out, I don't know, 1, 2, probably 11 blocks maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's go to 17. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, I'm happy with that one. And that means we're going to have to take out a lot of this stuff too, just so we can have some space in front of our building that's not a big dune blown right up to the edge. But we aren't going to go crazy with it. I don't think I'm going to go any further than that. And then we're just going to kind of come across this way and make it feel sort of organic. I don't want it to be like exactly diagonal. That would look really artificial. So something like this will probably work for us. We'll take out all this stuff in between. And of course we'll have to take out all the stuff behind the buildings too, but for now I think that's going to work. So I need to gather some more sandstone. Who'd have thought I'd ever say that? I guess probably because I used all that sand to fill in the pit earlier. But yeah, so all of this stuff, that's going to be our basic framework, and then I will be back when I've got the next piece in place for you guys. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with the front of this, and I like what I've done with the acacia floor here. I think this is going to look nice. It looks a little bit more, I guess you could have a dirt floor here, but I think this looks a little bit more like it was intentional, and it still kind of blends in with the mesa pretty well. I like that color, and I'll say hi to Sonata Block in just a minute. So this area here will be a window, so will this one. This will be a doorway into the area back here, and then I also like this facade kind of out to the side where we've got the 3 different arches, one of which is a little bit taller and the other 2 are kind of squatter. And then this building will also be back set just a little bit back, maybe like one more block here. So we have kind of an archway in the front of the actual building itself. And that would normally be where you'd kind of put a bell in a Spanish church. I don't know what we're going to do up there. We'll have to put something up there to look decorative, but that's the rough shape I'm going to go with. And now I've got to fill in the kind of back area. I've got to do a lot of clearing and a lot more sandstone. And I think I'm going to have to do some more gathering again. Anyway, I'll bring you guys back when I have the rest of this. Otherwise, right now, it kind of just looks like a Hollywood set. So, see you guys in a few. Okay, and that's roughly the shape that these buildings are going to be in. Hey, Spider, I don't need you in this clip. Alright, so like I said, this is the rough shape it's going to be in. We already talked about the windows and the doors here. And this building inside is going to be about that big. So, it's not going to be super huge. I think it's going to be alright. And we're going to need to bring this back a little bit. This is a too thick wall. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that or not. Maybe we can use part of one wall for part of the other building. I'll probably err on taking this wall, this inner thickness wall out, and just having one in between. I'm really not sure yet. But the next thing we want to do probably is bring in like an acacia floor all the way across the front of this. And I don't have much acacia wood left on me. One short. But that's going to be the height of this inside area. And then we'll have an arched roof up here, a sloped roof rather. And then do the same thing on this side. So there'll be kind of an inset front facade. Then it'll come back a little bit, and there'll be a bigger building right back here. So hopefully you guys can imagine that. I'm going to keep working on this, and I will give you guys another update when the next part is all ready to go. And yes, of course, I did neglect to mention that I cleared out this little spike right here so that you can see this from across the way a little bit. Partly for my own, you know, I like seeing it from my house, but also I like that. With the lake right here, the little pond, and that big building out in the back, I think it's going to look good when it's all done. So I'll be back with you guys again in just a little bit. Alright, so there it is at a distance. I can't really zoom in, but I thought this would give you a good view of the shape of it from back here. That's a lot of bricks, and I only did the outside. I went ahead and used kind of spruce wood to fill in the middle parts of it. It looks a little odd from up here. I might try to go back and fill that in with more brick when we get that, but that's a lot of clay digging to get that much. And when we get closer, if you're looking at it from kind of ground level, you can't really, I mean, you can see a little bit of the side of the roof, but it doesn't look out of place, I don't think. I think this looks pretty nice. So we've added some details. Obviously, we finished the roof with the brick. We've added some buttons, because I think that adds some detail like we have up here. And I added one fence post up here. We don't really have bells in Minecraft, but, you know, something up there I think kind of looks like, it looks like it belongs there. We've got the acacia wood in here, of course, and we've got the spruce door, and in here we have acacia wood as well. And if we look at the light levels, it's pretty much going to be monster-proof in here. And we can come through this way. And same thing in here. We've got a big stained glass window. We have the nice wooden ceiling inside. This spot right here without that torch would be spawnable. We'll have to figure out what to do with that. Probably some kind of redstone lamp or something in a little while. And then out here we've got our little, I don't know what you call this, kind of porch, I guess, or patio. And we've got some gates up here. So you just place some dirt down, put the gates across, and then take the dirt out. And it looks like nice little wooden support beams. This looks like it'd probably be pretty flammable, but for now that's also going to be nice and lit. And then from the outside we have this. So I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hopefully we like the theme with the kind of Spanish mission architecture. And this is going to be our town hall building. So at some point we'll move our nether portal, I think, from over here into that building somewhere, maybe in the back alcove. And we'll use the main building up here for our meeting. So we'll have to do some interior work, but I think we're going to save that for a future episode. Yeah, so this is taking a long time. I think we're just about done with that project. Next thing I want to do is also going to take some time, and that is to work a little bit more on that slime farm we looked at in the beginning of the episode. So for me, it's been a couple of days. For you guys, it's only been probably 15 or 20 minutes at this point. Yeah, so I'm going to gather up some materials. We've got lots and lots of cobble here. Now I'm just going to take all of it that I can with me. Alright, so I'm going to head back over to the slime farm, and I will see you guys there in just a minute. Alright, it is raining, but we are still getting some slime spawning, which of course, no surprise there, but let's go ahead and see if we can shoot this big guy a couple times and then break him into smaller pieces. With the sword swinging being kind of what it is in 1.9, it's a little bit tricky to get these guys all lined up for a nice swipe, but I think with this bow we're going to be doing just fine. And then when they're small, it doesn't matter as much. Alright, so let's get these guys too. That's an odd sound. Sounds like I'm extinguishing a candle. Weird. That's very weird. I wonder if it's because they're catching fire and going out. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So with the fire aspect sword... Hello, loot. Oh, right. We're full on cobble. Yeah, so with the fire aspect sword, they're catching fire and then immediately getting extinguished, and that's one of the new sounds in 1.9. And it's a legit thunderstorm out here. That's interesting, too. Alright, so I think in order for us to kind of optimize this, we need to figure out how big the slimes are and how many spaces we need. I think we need to have a 3-wide gap for the slimes to fall down. So 1, 2, 3, and then our platform would start on the 4th block. And I think we probably also want that to be 3 blocks high, so 1 higher than that. But I'm going to do a quick check on the wiki and make sure that's right, and then I'll start putting in these platforms. Alright, so we are right at 40, and that's the highest that slimes can spawn in the slime chunk. And that's perfect. So we're right at that spot, and we've got 3 spots, or 3 gap in between here. The big slimes could probably use a little more than that to make their way to the edge, but they're also not very common, so I'm not too worried about that. So this is going to be, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more layers. Yep, listen to that thunder. I'm kind of curious to see if we'll get any of those horsemen spawning in here with a lightning strike. But yeah, so I'm going to go around and I'm going to do out these rings and light that up, and then I'll have to figure out exactly how I want to light each layer. So the bottom is okay like this. At least for now. And we could get more spawns in the bottom. I'm not too worried about that either. I think what we'll probably do is use this ground as one more spawning floor, and we'll do whatever kind of water trap we're going to do on the outside. Although I'm also kind of inclined to have the water from out here pushing into the middle if I can sort that out. That's going to be a little tricky with the corners, but I think we can do it. So I'm going to keep filling this in, and we'll use up all these layers, and hopefully it will be sunny and daytime, and I could do that because I have a bed up here. So I'm going to do that. I'll make it night, or make it daytime again, and be right back when these floors are all filled in. Alright, so here we have some cobblestone platforms, and not much cobblestone left, but let's take a quick hop up this ladder, and you can see we've got all of our little platforms with the same pattern of torches. That should be nice and lit so that no monsters spawn other than slimes, and all of this up here is mostly just wasted, but nothing's going to spawn out there either because it's ocean, so that's alright. We can stay up here, and that's going to give us more spawning within 24 blocks. So we'll find the optimal spawn point for that, and it's probably going to be, like I said, along one of these walls at probably about that height, so we can kind of be centered and let most of this platform be available. And then at the very bottom, what I've done, I don't have a bucket of water with me, ironically, in the ocean. I put this lip in here, and I think what we want to do is put water on that, and that should not actually fill up and make source blocks. It should flow towards the center, and then we can put our kill and collection system in that way. So I'm going to go back and get a couple buckets of water, make myself a little infinite water source, and then I will be back to show you what that looks like when it's all filled up. This is where I really wish I had Depth Strider. So trying to walk against this flow is kind of a pain in the butt, but this is going to work. All of the slimes are going to get caught up on this water stream. They're going to flow towards the middle here, and then what we can do is either a drop through lava or cactuses or something. Did I hear one? Yeah, there's a little one. And they are going to get pushed right towards the middle, and then all the items will get picked up in here. So the next thing I got to do is figure out how I want to kill these guys, and nothing will spawn because it's water, except for maybe a few squids from time to time. I'm not too concerned about that either. They shouldn't spawn in the flowing water, I don't think, though, so we might be alright. But yep, I'm going to go back up here and try to do a couple of designs and figure out what I want to do as far as catching these guys and killing them here. Alright, so we have our water stream in place here, and a chain of hoppers going this way into a dropper elevator, which is right behind this cobblestone. And we've got basically some cactus that's down here. And so slimes will flush down in here, hit a cactus, get pushed into the hoppers. That goes around the corner and into a dropper vader. And I would love to see one spawn right over here while I was explaining this, but I don't think it's going to cooperate. And then you'll hear some ticking sounds occasionally. It's not a perfectly silent dropper elevator. It's a fairly cheap one. I am just really sick of using mining iron now at this point. But yeah, so it'll go in here and follow up all of this chain to the top of our new little storage unit right over here, which is basically 3 double chests. So you can kind of just see there's a slab right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. And then there's a hopper under that. And so that is where the top of the dropper vader comes in. So right back there, it'll put it into this chest, which will pull it into that chest, which will pull it in here. So we got 36 slimes at the moment. And if I throw, what do I have to throw over there? I don't want to really throw baked potatoes yet. So I don't really have anything else I can throw in here. Maybe we'll get some slimes in a minute. And that was a little scary. We still waiting for a few of the cactus to grow up, but that's not too bad either. So yeah, this should work. And now we should be able to hang out and just wait for slimes to spawn. Like I said, this isn't the perfect ideal spot, but it's going to work. They won't spawn within 24 blocks of me, or they won't spawn within 24 blocks of me, but they also won't spawn more than 32 blocks from me. So this is kind of overlapping a fairly large area here, but I want to be able to get to where the far end, which is about 30 blocks, is covered. So yeah, I think our best bet is probably to be up above this and let the bottom few platforms go ahead and work for us. 32 from the bottom, somewhere around here-ish, means the bottom should spawn. Actually, I think we might have just seen one over there. And then this, of course, won't spawn except for that very back edge. But we probably need another platform somewhere out here to kind of hang out on and let them spawn, and then we can go down there and collect it. We could move all of our collection up here, except that outside this sand is the ocean, and that makes it a pain to do any kind of redstone. And, of course, we can always just come down here after we've been AFK for a while and gather up whatever we have collected. So 36 still there. I didn't see anything else that went down. But yeah, I guess that's really all there is to say about that. I think it's going to work, and we're just going to have to wait and see what we get. So I'll be back with you guys in just a little bit again to kind of test our collection rates. Okay, and we're back. We've just slept to make it daytime here, and let's take a quick hop down the ladder. That's our little AFK platform for now. It's going to keep just the bottom of this barely in range. It's going to eliminate a lot of this middle part, and I know we'll have to find a better place. Let's see how we're doing. 47. Okay, so it is definitely working. We got 36 and 9, 47. So yeah, we got, is that right? Yeah, about 9 more slime balls. I was only AFK for maybe 15 minutes or so, but that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. So I think we're going to call this a success for now. It is technically an automatic slime farm. It's just not super efficient yet, and we're going to keep working on this in future episodes. Also, it looks like crap. I know that. Well, first thing we got to do is collect slime balls, then we can work on beautifying it later. So we can hang out here for now. We'll probably never see anything spawn in this area. It'll all spawn way back there. I guess it's also technically possible that one of them could leap and probably not hit us. I don't think it could. Let's see if we can do a running jump over here. Yeah, I don't think that's going to... They're not going to be able to jump that high and horizontal. That's definitely not going to happen. So let's see if we can make it to the ladder. Awesome. So, yep, I'll keep doing this. We'll keep going AFK in between episodes from time to time. I won't do it all the time just because we got other farms we need to be AFK at as well. But, yeah, I think this is going to work. So hopefully you guys found this useful as well. So now we've got some automatic sugarcane. We've got some automatic cactus. And we can keep our stuff here if we're really worried about getting killed and losing our items. I'm not at the moment. I think this is going to be just fine. Alright, well now we're going to head back to the homestead, which is roughly this way. And I think we're going to put a few things away. I know I didn't bring any slime back with me. I just have the 2 buckets and all of our equipment. That's okay for now. And we do have some cocoa, it looks like. Sakala set up a tree for us to grow some cocoa with as well. We'll do some more automatic farms of that sort of thing later as well. We'll do automatic cocoa farms, automatic melon farms. There's going to be a lot of automatic farms in the server. So hopefully you guys are interested in all of that as well. Very few of these are my own design. That one down there, I kind of just winged it and came up with one on my own. If there's a really good one that's out there that I can build with the resources I have, you know, I'm not opposed to that at all. If you guys have designs for things you want to send my way, I'm happy for that too. And I'm really happy with how this mission turned out. So let me know what you guys think. If you liked that video, please do hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, then please subscribe. And as always, I've been Brickwaffle. Thank you for watching.